Hi, this is Melissa from Head First. I'm going to show you my first digital product. It's called Nonfiction Penguin Digital Readers. I'm really excited about it. It has three different sets. One is for your emergent first grade readers. The second one is for your average first grade readers, and the third one is for your more advanced or maybe second grade readers. First, I'm going to show you the more for emergent readers. They each start off with a little penguin video just to get the kids excited about learning about penguins. And this comes straight from YouTube, but I did preview these and they are very kid friendly. So it just works like a regular YouTube video, and you just push on the play.
All right, today we are going to learn about penguins.
And you can make
Penguins
that
are birds.
large,
They are known
just like you
for
would a
their
regular
black
YouTube
and white
video.
feathers. Look at them hanging out
And
in this
exit,
cold climate. They're
just
having a
like you
great
would,
time.
pause, all that sort of thing. And then after they watch the video, you can have them go through the types of penguins. So this can be done full group. This can be done on individual computers on your Google Classroom or however you want to use it. So the different types of penguins, I put the different ones in here, and I give them names, and then they each have a little button here that they can push, and then they push this here, and then it'll say a little.
When you click on the speaker, I'm going to tell you about the penguin you see. This is called the Southern Rockhopper penguin. It was named because it can jump over rocks and cracks.
So it tells what the penguin is, and then some just little facts about the penguin. And then it also has that same information down here. Get this to pull up here. Sometimes it's a little bit trickier. There it goes. It also pulls it, has that same information down here in case you're going to use this as like a PowerPoint presentation. And then you could read that to the children as well. So it goes through some different types of penguins. Tells all different kinds here. Some of them I found some cool videos. The king penguin had a nice video that went with it. Also one with the emperor penguin. That's of course the one that kids know a lot about. Then I found penguin vocabulary words, and I thought there was a lot of value to this. And each one of these has also a little...
Penguins can't fly, but they are amazing swimmers. They use their wings as flippers.
Little information there so that they can see the picture and know what that word means. And then this one had a little video that went with it. So they'll go through each one of those and learn some information about the words that they might read. This is all the vocabulary words for the whole book, even for the more advanced readers, but I think that the lower level ones will enjoy seeing those pictures and might get something out of those words. So this would be the Emergent Reader there. So title there, and then it goes through just like a regular book would. And then there's a vocabulary page. So these would be all filled in with an X, just so the kids know where to type, okay? And so then they're going to read the question. You might have to help there. Penguins are a kind of blank, and so then they're going to use the different words in the box there, and then of course they can use their backspace and then type in the different words. The next page is a label the penguin. Here I did this one for them, but they can label by pulling these over and putting them in the different penguin parts to label the penguin. This one has the different parts of the penguin life cycle. So they're going to read through these, and then they're going to put those in order. And they're over to the side. I just had them already on there to show you what they look like. Here you have a map of where penguins live, and it tells what the different continents are. And then I made a page where they're able to drag the penguins and put them on the map themselves. The next one is a web. They can go back and look in the text and find some information and then go and fill that in on the web. And it can be made smaller or moved around if they need to. And then the same thing here. This is a penguins can have are. They can go back into the text. Let's see, penguins cannot fly. So that would be something for the can. Let's put not fly. And I also put a writing portion of this in there so that it could be printed. So then after they've gone through the reader and all the vocabulary, then they can go into the writing file. And this is specifically for those emergent readers and writers. So then they're going to work on some writing about penguins. I included a web here also that you can have them do instead of the one the black, because this one can be printed. And sometimes that's a valuable thing for kids to do. Or you can print it and they can write on it. So then again, they can fill those in. Same thing here with the penguin can have are. They can fill that in and it can be printed. And when I do this in my class, I like to have them circle one that they like the best from each category, especially if we do it together. Then they might use the can have ares to fill in the facts here. For the emergent writers, I only let them fill in a little bit because that's about all they can handle at this point. So they're going to fill in their name. They're going to fill in an adjective here. Penguins are fun animals to learn about, something like that. So then they're going to fill in each fact here, and they might use penguins can, not fly, whatever they want to do. Penguins have wings. Penguins are birds. And that could be each of their facts. That's what I learned about penguins. So then you might print that page and fix any errors that they have, capital letters or periods or spelling or whatever. And then this would be considered their final draft. So then they would write their name in here and then retype the information here, fixing any of the errors, including what their title was and all of that. And then you can print it. They can put a picture in here. You can insert an image, search from the web, find a picture of a penguin, or they can draw their own picture after you print it. I've also included some pages here that you can just type with no picture. All right, so that takes care of the first one. And then this would be the average first grade reader and writer. So it starts again with the penguin video. And it has the penguin type. So it's the same thing. So this you could do as a full class since it's the same. Or it could be done individually or in a small group. So then we get to this reader. So this would be for your average readers there. I made it a different color to differentiate those. So then some of the pictures are similar, but you can just see that the text is just a little more advanced. Actually, I got 2 pages on that one. Sorry about that. And this one I even put a little bit more information about some specific penguins. And then again, a vocabulary page with the children putting in their own words here. They use their blank to keep warm. They use their feathers to keep warm. Okay. This is the same. They're going to do the dragging. The same again. They're going to do the dragging of putting those in the right spots. All right, and then this would be their writing. So you're going to see some of the same things here. So this is the web, the can have are, but then the outline is a little different here. So I did not put a title. They're going to have to name their own writing, or you could fill that in for them if you wanted to. Topic sentence. I did not give them a topic sentence. I did not give them any of the facts or the conclusion. So you can see this is a little bit more difficult. Again, you can print these and then make corrections, or you can get on and correct it, on here. Again, they can draw their picture, or they can find a picture on the web. and recopying paper. Then let's move on to the more advanced. So this would be for your advanced readers. Again, starts with the same information. And then this is where the reader starts. So some of the same pictures, but more difficult wording, more text, some more advanced words, numbers there. Again, vocabulary. This one I made into a question and answer instead of fill in the blanks. So a little bit more challenging there. How do penguins' parents feed their chicks? So let's see, regurgitate. All right, let's see. They regurgitate food into their mouths. And they're all going to say, gross. Same thing, labeling. And this is the directions here.
Move the yellow rectangles around to label the penguin parts.
Same thing here and same thing there. So now I'm going to show you the PDF file that you'll get also that kind of gives you some more information and some other things that you can do with this. So this is, just your basic information on how to use this. My information on where I got the graphics and all that and how this should be used. This lists vocabulary that maybe you want to go over, especially if you're doing this in a small group. Make sure they understand those different words. In case you want to use some paper pencil, this is the parts of the penguin on paper and the key. I like to print this out and hang it up in the classroom. This would be a blank map. And then this has the penguins, get this a little bigger for you here, that you can cut a strip apart and then they can color those and glue them onto the map after they color it. These are the same questions and then it has a key. This is for book 1, book 2, book 3. The web with some ideas, 1 and 2. And then this is a little more advanced web for your book 3, and this goes along with those writing. Okay, so let's go back and look at that writing. So this is a little bit more challenging than the other one. So the web here I made the same, but this web has some extra parts, and that's where this comes in. So you can see here I put Southern Hemisphere. So then when they're doing their writing, I gave them a fact and then some details. So that's when they can go back to this type of web. This could be their fact, and these could be some details to choose from. So some of the ideas I had were penguins live in the Southern Hemisphere. Some of the places they live are Antarctica and Australia. They can also live in South America and Africa. Those could be 2 different details. All right. We'll go back here and we'll look at, those were our 2 details, and we have fact 2 and our details. We could say eggs, and then we have brood pouch, nest, and both parents and chicks. So that could be penguins are birds, so they lay eggs. Some penguins make a nest out of rocks for their eggs. Other penguins have a brood pouch to keep their eggs warm. Those would be some details. Fact 3. Let's see. Live in water. Swim, hunt, waterproof. All right, so maybe they might say penguins must live near the sea. Details. They swim with their waterproof feathers. They hunt for fish, krill, and squid. So you can see how that's more advanced. And then they come up with their own conclusion. So you go from a 1 page with the topic and the conclusion filled in to a 3 page where nothing is filled in. And I have that span of writers in my classroom. And I'm sure you do also. All right, so back to the PDF here. So after the webs, I gave you these in paper also so that they can fill those out and circle them if you want to. I gave you some ideas for the first book for Can Have Are, for the second book, and for the third book. I gave you this in a paper version also in case they want to do some coloring and gluing. And this is the key for that. And then I gave you paper versions of this with, these are first grade writing lines. This is regular lines, and then some paper with a coloring sheet. I'm really excited about this resource. I think it's a lot of fun, and I hope your kids enjoy it and they learn a lot about penguins. Thanks for looking.